What's up, guys? Wanted to make a video. It's been so long. Finally come around to thinking about, starting to make some videos again here and there, maybe at least once a month. So in this video is a pretty important shift that I'm going to be talking about today. And that's basically the direction that I'm going with the agency and the whole business. So a couple of weeks ago, as I mentioned, that I've been strongly contemplating on not growing the agency anymore and just keeping it here for several reasons, as I shared on that video, and really the biggest one being my health. And what I want to do in this video is kind of introduce that shift that's coming. And just so it's if anybody is still watching, you guys would know, because if you watch my videos in the past, like before 2018, when I was working at life insurance, and even before that, when I was just making some videos on overall me learning about meditation and stuff like that, this channel originally was just what I do. Right, like what I'm going through and some of the challenges that I'm coming across and things like that. It was not really focused on SEO per se. And then since I started the business, that became kind of mostly what I talked about. And beginning of the year, I changed the channel name to SEO Sales with the whole course and everything. Went down that route and really quickly realized that that's not for me. And long story short, I'm going to be changing the name back to Plur for this channel, and the videos that's going to be coming from here on forth is going to be more health based. So having that said, but this video though, I did want to talk about how I am going about making this shift in the agency, and what it's kind of looking like so far. So it's been a couple of weeks that I've been in it, and in the first week, it was feeling kind of meh, with a slight bit of as if I was not sure if I'm being even serious to myself. I'm not really stopping skills, right? It's even though I haven't been growing the agency like normal with COVID and everything. Mentally, it's still in the back of my head all the time, generally, right? When things get a little bit better, or when this happens, or my health improves, I'm going to be able to jump back on. And I got to say, since I kind of decided that, hey, this is a serious thing, I'm not going to grow this anymore, I've been feeling a lot more in peace with it. Meaning day to day is a lot less stressful. And one example I'll give that I felt very strongly was that when you're in growth phase, or normally just running your agency and you'd like to grow, everything else other than growth seems like a distraction and seems like outside of your core competence, especially if you're the main sales guy like I am, right? In the agency, I am the main person who's selling, and that is my main skill set. Whereas I'm trying to get my team to be better and better at delivering, right? I'm not trying to really me myself get better at link building and doing on-page or things like that. So once you do make the decision, as I'm feeling right now, it's a lot easier for me to pay attention to some mundane stuff. Right? If a team needs help with something, instead of me just being yeah, guys, figure it out, or something, or me getting in there, but I'm kind of just upset that I have to, get down. Right now, it's more just okay, all right, let's see, what comes across. I'm almost I want them to come up with issues that they ask me, what they're having trouble with, so I can, help them figure it out and stuff. So let me see one thing. Okay, I have to pause the video. It was getting a lot really distorted. I need to fix my computer. I don't know why this thing is so slow, and it's I was checking out the new stats for the Mac, and the new one that's out right now is not that much better than mine. So I don't know what the hell Apple is doing. My last laptop lasted from like 2011 till 18. And then this one, it's 2 years. Anyways, definitely I digress. So where was I? I was talking about, you know, how like things are seeming to kind of get more, like a lot more stress-free. And so let's get into it, okay? So this shift is happening, so no more cold calling for me, no more days with sending 10 video audits and all that crazy stuff. Just relaxing, taking it, working with the team, see what they need. I've been like documenting also more closely the last week, like what my work day, what things are coming up, like literally like writing down time to time what I'm working on and stuff like that. And other than Monday, most of my days are about like 2 to 3 hours, give or take. Like Mondays get busy, client questions and stuff like that, help with everything, get on client calls. After that, it's pretty relaxed, and the workday is a lot shorter. I mean, some days it feels like I'm not even working, and it's like I'm not like fully sure how that I'm going to deal with that. Like for the long term, it might feel fine now, but eventually, I generally would like to do something. But on the other side, I do need to really get my health, which you guys are gonna see if you keep on watching my videos. The type of things I'm going to be getting into. So let's get into exactly like some of the things that I'm doing right now that that is helping this transition to be a lot more smoother. So if anybody who's in a similar position, if for some reason you want to be in this, you want to like kind of do this kind of thing where you're like stepping back and really just like working with the clients you have, and being in a position where you're like working way less and still making a decent amount of money, and then this is so far what I have. The first thing, this is probably the best thing I did, and I signed up for this service with Stuart Trier. So if you guys don't know him, it spells S-T-U-A-R-T, Stuart, T-R-I-E-R. Search him on Facebook. He's a guy, he's like a consultant for digital marketing agencies, and he has a bunch of products. And the service I got with him, man, it's really like putting a blanket of comfort across our agency. Everything from accounting and finance all the way down to delivery and management. Like everything has he has systems for it, and he works with bigger agencies directly, so he can just like literally a lot of things point me like, hey, this one, yeah, that one, like you completely need to just take that whole thing out and just have it use this thing, and it'll be like automated or whatever. And he has the service I'm doing with him also comes with like this small retargeting that they take care of within the agency. That's basically just going to make sure that definitely we're not going to like lose revenue, right? We're going to for sure be able to stay where we're at. Even if churn comes, it's going to be taken care of with the thing that Stuart and his team is doing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no affiliate link. I don't even put stuff in the description. If you guys want to check it out, you can just go reach out to him on Facebook. Even if you don't use his service, I would highly recommend anybody to like even pay for his like hour of his time. The guy's brilliant. And if you just bring your like heavy hitting questions, he will help you out. So that's one thing. And second thing is I have my girlfriend back on full time. So since COVID started, my girlfriend's kind of like been doing her own soul searching and everything, and not really like doing the work. And she's kind of doing whatever she can here and there, like part-time, not even, but she's back on full-time, and she's doing like anything regarding clients. So now this was a big one, and I messed up in this one in the past, and I want to share with you guys what I changed that now made it work. So in the past, when I wanted to do this, when I was like, okay, all right, it just makes sense. My girlfriend's the only person here next to me all the time. She should be the one who's going to be dealing with the clients and become the account manager, sort of, to say. Well, what happened was, when I did that in the past, it never worked out. 1, she hated it. 2, she was not good at it. 3, it was like the clients were not happy, right? So basically, the clients, when they have questions, stuff like that, manage, like direct managing. I'm not talking about just like sending reports. I'm talking about when clients have questions, clients call, or calling back the clients, things like that. I just threw her in the fire in the past. Like, hey, just do it. You always hear me do this stuff, so you should be okay with it. Just figure, like, like, just go with it. I'll help you out here and there, and just like make sure you handle all the calls. it was really bad, and it didn't work out. Well, what I realized now is I broke it down, right? I'm like, okay, she can't. It makes sense she can't save clients, because that's what happened. When clients got upset, she couldn't deal with it. It's too much pressure. She doesn't know what to say, and they're asking her questions, and she's like, she can't deal with it. And the client's also like, what the hell's going on? Like, do they know? Like, does this person even know what I'm talking about here? So what I did now is basically, she's using Freshdesk. She's, we have one more team member who's in Freshdesk helping support in the back end on the delivery side, and she's there to answer client questions, any email that comes in. Now, if a client calls, it's a very simple thing that we put together, but it just never dawned on me before. Basically, all she does is she answers whatever she can. And anytime it's let's say like a heated question, or somebody's like, hey, what's going on with the campaign, or anything like that, that she feels she can't answer, or even a question that she doesn't know how to answer, she's like, okay, great, I'll note that down, and I'll have Ship get back to you. What's a good time for you? And she schedules that in. And it sounds so basic when you have it down, but could never get it down before. And that's it. And what this did was remove a lot of the like reactionary mode that I was in the agency, whereas like, clients would call and I'd like just, pick it up and talk and stuff like that. And now it became really more into like, it's on my Google Calendar. And it started using my Google Calendar a lot better, where I like literally, just like strictly schedule things in and actually follow it and see it, what's there. And it's just been a lot easier. So between Steward Service, which is helping with all this stuff, and that's helping with a lot of stuff, even like helping my girlfriend learn a lot of the ways to like, handle her job better and whatnot. And between that and her being in that role with the team member in the support now, it's looking like a lot more calm, just calm, right? Almost a little like, some days it's almost like I feel like I have to kind of poke around to see what to do. Not to say my systems are all done and complete and everything's oiled like a oiled machine, but it's like it's decent enough to be like running by itself, where I don't have to work like a full time. Like I don't have to be running around with my head loose whatsoever. So yeah, that's with that. And what else can I say? Let me see. The team is smaller now. Beginning of the year, we were quite hectic. At one point, I had like 4 SEOs, so I was just pissed off at trying to make this thing work. We have 1 SEO now with 3 VAs. 2 of the VAs is actually just like tasks, right? If clients have to do GMB, all that kind of stuff. 1 VA has been with me since the beginning, and that person is just responsible for like kind of managing the other 2, as well as you're also a user on the Freshdesk to help report to clients. So that person is helping a lot. Like she's definitely really good for especially for just being a VA that I was able to get in online jobs like when I started this. So, and then, that's pretty much the team right now. That's being able to handle this whole thing. 1 SEO, 3 VAs. We have 2 content writers. One of this local, one of this in the Philippines, and the local person is just for like main content, homepage stuff. Things that have to be really high quality. The person just like more like rewrites content, so to speak, and all that kind of stuff. posts and blogs and everything like that. And so yeah, so the team is, you know, a lot smaller, and I think that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I wanted to kind of like share in this video. I can't really think of much else. But yeah, so this July 2020, you know, been in this journey since 2018, and you know, it's been quite a ride, definitely. I mean, I always say 2018, that's when I fully started working full time. But if you guys remember, I got my first client like end of 2017, I believe. And around that time, I was still trying out a few other stuff. Like, I think at that time I was trying to like figure out a little bit of Amazon. I was doing pay-per lead a little bit, trying to see if I can get a client at the same time, and just kind of like jumbling all that stuff around. 2018 was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. Roofing it is. A lot more like focused. So here we are, right? Before that, if anybody watched it, if you guys remember, you know, at that time I used to make videos of all kinds of stuff with like, you know, astral projection and everything like that. And since I started getting into the business, there would be a few people in the beginning still commenting like, hey, you should make an astral projection video. That stuff was getting good or something like that. And then that kind of died down as just SEO. And I think it's time it's going to happen again now, because now I'm really gonna get into health, like really going to give it a big shot at healing myself properly and making it my full-time thing, and just being here for the agency almost as like a side thing. That would be that would be optimal. And yeah, so, you know, stay tuned. What you can expect is really like some deep health shit, literally. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll end the video here, and see you guys soon.